676.6 millimeters of rain per year. Kigezi to get 1,040.7 millimeters of rain per year. The Rwenzori area to get 1,043.9 millimeters of rain per year. Mbare gets 2,213.4 millimeters a year, etc. So you can see all these areas get a lot of rain because of the local water bodies. Either Lake Victoria, or in the case of Kigezi, which is far from the lake but has the local swamps. Then Mbare, because of the Mount Elgon and the forest. Therefore, anybody to invade the lake shore, emyejego y'enyanja, the river, Omugera, the wetlands, Ekisharara, and the natural forest, Ekibera, etc., is to work so hard to turn the whole of Uganda into a Karamoja in terms of rain. Some people, whether they know it or they don't know it, are not happy that we are getting so much rain. They would like the whole of Uganda to be like Karamoja. That's what they are working for. Bagala Uganda Yonna, efuuke nga Karamoja. The rain which God put for us here, the rain source, they want to dry it. Urubango rwanjye. Secondly, so therefore the wetlands are source of 40% of our rain. And if you remove them, the whole of Uganda will be like Karamoja at least, or at worst. I don't know which, whether at least or at worst. The experts will have to go and get the right words, or it may even be worse. Because I don't even know how Karamoja gets to the 800. I have not studied that very well. Secondly, with rain-fed agriculture, we sometimes get some erraticness of rain. Sometimes we get less quantity of rain. Therefore, to stabilize our agriculture, we must use our abundant water supply for irrigation, so that we stabilize the two rainy seasons, Katumba and Itumba. That's what we call them in Rinyankore. The one of March to May, we call it Katumba. The one of August to December, we call it Itumba. And even add more harvests using irrigation. The question then is, where will the water come from if you have dried the wetlands? Here we are talking of irrigation. Irrigation. We have now deployed solar pumps, solar water pumps. We've got a contract with an Indian boy to make solar-powered water pumps to pump water for irrigation. And we have also got a number of collective schemes. There's Mobuku already doing well, Doho doing well, some others, there's one called, the one near, in Lango area there, doing well. But we are working on more, and also even individually. Like me, if I get a solar powered water pump, which I already have. I already have a number of them at my farm. I can push water from my dams up to a hill and irrigate my my pasture or my crops. Now we want this to be done everywhere. But now the water is from the wetlands. So if you dry the wetlands, where do you get the water from for irrigation? What sort of country is this which does not see far? Drying the wetlands is anti-agriculture. It is anti-irrigated agriculture. It is so unfair that a small number of wetland encroachers ruin the opportunities of the millions that could irrigate on the dry land. Number 3, the swamps are the natural filters of the water that goes into the lakes. Otherwise, you get silt going into the lakes, destroying the fish, and even eventually drying the lake through silting. The silting and pollution of the lakes, after removing the swamp filter, also poison our lake water for drinking and household use. It pushes up the cost of clean water for that purpose. If you were to ask the National Corporation, National Water Corporation, they will tell you that they must spend a lot of money to remove poisons from the water because of allowing removing the kakunguta, bakita kakunguta mu Uganda, removing the akajejana mu Nyankore, akajejana, the filter. Okusengejja. Because those swamp grasses is God's kasengejja. God planted them for us. The swamps, the grass, the papyrus, they just filter the water going into. That's why at Kiamata I would just go to the swamp and drink with my hands. I had no problem. It was not treated, but it was filtered by God. But now we are very busy destroying. I don't know whether we are enemies of God or what. We are enemies of ourselves because God it's not bad. He's in heaven there. If we destroy here, it is us, not God. God doesn't depend on water, doesn't drink. I don't think he's thirsty. It is us who need all this support. Number 4, part of the cause of flooding is swamp destruction. There was flooding here in Kampala the other day. People were crying, they lost so much. But that flooding is partly caused by this destruction of the swamp. The swamp vegetation acts as a sieve for the water, but also as a brake for the speed of the water. With the swamp grass, swamp vegetation, such as papyrus, there is a grass very common called Cyperus latifolia, the scientific name. We call it a bigugu, the fungus, the papyrus. The water is not only sieved, but it is also slowed down. It can't cause damage. You clear the swamp vegetation, you get water flowing quickly and massively and drying up quickly. Water destroys and then it dries up. Watch the Boise channel. There's this channel which I passed by at Boise. It is sometimes full and then dry. You can see it there, Boise. I normally pass there. Sometimes the water